RCMP is committed to using every available technology and asset to secure the border between Canada and the United States. We are also steadfast in our commitment to working in partnership with law enforcement partners in Canada and the United States to ensure intelligence is rapidly shared so that there's always a coordinated response to any border incursion. Today, I will provide you details on 3 recent border incursions. 2 of them occurred at Coutts, Alberta. I will also be showing you video taken at the Manitoba border that highlights the advanced technologies deployed by the RCMP. We are releasing this footage to make it clear that we have the technology and the resources in place to keep our border secure. On Tuesday, February 4th, at approximately 7:45 a.m., an individual attempted to enter Canada through the Coutts port of entry. The male was referred to secondary inspection area. However, he fled the north from the port of entry. Officers with the Canada Border Services Agency quickly notified the RCMP's Integrated Border Enforcement Team of the border incursion, who notified the surrounding RCMP detachments as well as Lethbridge Police Service. As a result of this notification, the suspect vehicle was located near Raymond by the RCMP and the traffic stop was initiated, but the driver failed to stop. The suspect drove into Lethbridge and then traveled to Raymond, at which time the driver was seen holding what appeared to be a firearm. A tire deflation device was successfully used by the RCMP south of Mill River, and the vehicle came to a stop. The male then fled on foot and was pursued by RCMP Police Dog Services and other RCMP officers. During the pursuit, the male sustained a self-inflicted firearm-related injury and was pronounced deceased at the scene. This event speaks to the dangers our officers and CBSA officers face at the border. It also shows just how quickly we can respond to our border when events of this nature occur. The second event occurred on Monday, February 3rd, at approximately 6:16 a.m. RCMP officers were notified by the United States Border Patrol of a potential border incursion occurring near Coutts, Alberta. Officers immediately attended the scene and located a large group of individuals, 4 adults and 5 youths, traveling on foot with suitcases. The pictures you've seen on the screen is from the RCMP cameras at the border. I can assure you that these cameras are found along our shared border with the United States. All 9 individuals were arrested under the Customs Act and were handed over to CBSA for processing. The third event, at 7:30 p.m. on January 14th, 2025. On the screen beside me, you will see an excursion that I described in the RCMP response. So just here on the screen here, I want to show, if you can see in the map there, that was the difference between the border of what's going on and then obviously the people here coming through. A group of 6 individuals were heading towards the Manitoba border, approximately 15 kilometers east of Emerson. An RCMP plane equipped with thermal imaging was actively patrolling the border and quickly located the 6 individuals. The plane then directed ground units to this location. The RCMP officers in the vehicle responded immediately and began searching for the group who had fled into the nearby woods. With the RCMP plane directing officers on the ground, all 6 were arrested without incident and transferred to CBSA. So the description here that you guys are seeing, obviously the vehicles there are the RCMP that respond. I will note that, yes, you're getting a clear view right now, but this did happen in the dark of night along the Manitoba border. With the equipment that we have, you can obviously see the clear image in relation to what was going on. So our members kind of went in, and then you can see the individuals that they were going after moved into the wooded area, and then this is the thermal image that you see here. Our two members obviously being here at the end, and then the little square is around the individuals. And you can see our members are then getting ready to call them out. I'll also note that when our members did approach these individuals, that they were not prepared for the Canadian weather. They did not have hats, gloves, mitts, or anything that we would normally see in a Canadian winter people wearing. I will note in all the incidents that I described today, both in Manitoba and Alberta, the weather was incredibly cold and ranging from -20 to -30 degrees Celsius without factoring in the wind chill factor. We have seen firsthand heartbreaking situations where lives of adults and children have been lost in the attempt at crossing the border. To anyone who is thinking about crossing the border, don't. You're putting your life at risk, and you should not attempt under any circumstances. Finally, I want to be clear. We have the partnerships, the technology, and the resources in place to respond to the border and stop illegal activity. By working closely with CBSA, as well as our provincial and U.S. law enforcement partners, we can detect and arrest those who attempt to cross the border that we share.